think the Electoral Act has introduced a lot of reform in our electoral system now. For example, in the past, we had this issue of ballot stuffing, ballot printing, and the results are declared, and sometimes even the agents are compelled to sign. But now, under the Electoral Act, we now have partial introduction of electronic system now in place. For example, you have to use your permanent voters card, the PVC, and it is electronic. If you don't have it, once you go there for accreditation and it is fake, once it emerges that it is fake, it will not show anything. You will be disqualified. You will not be able to vote. And again, the results once they are declared, they are sent electronically, to the server. So it means even if you think you can manipulate the result at the polling station or polling unit, it will not have any effect, because already it has gone to the server outside your control. Like I earlier said, the electoral system has really done a lot. We have seen now that because of the monitoring process, where INEC and observers play key role in making sure that the elections are transparent. The last election that was held in Osun State, an opposition candidate won the governorship election. So with all the structure at the disposal of the state governor, he still lost the election. So I think if the process is allowed to move transparently without interference, we can always record candidates will always emerge, and popular candidates will always win the election, even if it is under an incumbent governor or even an incumbent president. I think our past experience has already shown that it is not impossible to defeat an incumbent person. Even now, you discover that the turnout of elections in the last primaries, based on statistics that were announced, about 70% of those in the National Assembly are not returning. And this was due to the process, where the monitoring process that do not allow imposition of candidates. If you are popular, your work will speak for you. But if you are not, you should not be allowed to manipulate the system. I think in this way we shall progress in Nigeria. Yeah, election in the states, the problem we now have is that in our system, the governors are very powerful. Most of the time, they are regarded as the leaders of the party in the state, and so also he is the chief executive. He is the one who approves funds to be released, and so because of the enormous power he has, there is tendency for abuse. Most of our governors do not really allow the popular choices to emerge. Most of them, they try to influence the emergence of candidates that are loyal to them, that they feel that will serve their interests, and not necessarily the interests of their electorate. So this is what is undermining election in the state, because what the governor should do is that every constituency should be allowed their freedom to nominate their candidates. The guidelines are there, they are spelled out through the Electoral Act. Once you emerge as a governor, you should allow others, the various political parties, to use their own mechanism to select the popular candidates from their own constituencies. There should be no room for manipulation. There should be no room for imposition.